All right, so today I'm going to do a little work on the 1980 Corvette. I'm going to reassemble the door panels and screw them back on the car, both the passenger and the driver. Um, Maybe even try to get some of the dash stuff done today. I've had a couple of people interested in the car, but they're more tire kickers than buyers. People just don't understand this particular vehicle. So I'm just going to keep putting it back together, and hopefully the right buyer will come along sooner than later. So next up, we're going to go ahead and get this door panel. It's just sitting here on the door right now. So I'm going to pop that off, put the mirror piece back on, the door latch piece, the handle. I have all new screw hardware for that. I believe it's in this box here in the back window, and I'll get to that. Alright, so I got the mirror sconce back in with its new hardware. Like I said, I ordered a complete interior hardware kit from Eccles Corvette. And it's kind of nice. I think it was $40-50, and it comes with all the individual packs of screws and stuff, and they're all labeled door, center console. So the next thing we're going to do is we need to fish this back in there and then set that grub screw so that it can't back out, and then we can mount the door panel back up on the car and then start putting the armrest, door release screws, and that keeper screw right there at the top of the door panel. So we're going to do that next. Hopefully this, I remember how this went in. I mean, it only goes in one way because there's a hole for the grub screw right there. And from the looks of it, it has to go this way because you can put this in backwards, so the hole would be facing in the wrong direction and nothing will work. All right, onto the panel. I found that if I set the back edge of this door panel on my little stool here, it keeps it up out, so it's a little easier to put that mirror adjuster in, and you can see you get a little bit of room. And that's a 2mm set screw on the 1980s. So, but yeah, now it's in and tight, and so it won't back out. And now I can go ahead and set the door panel back on the door and start getting all the screws in. All right, so about 20 minutes. 3 hardest screws are the 3 for this armrest pad. What I found was if I push the armrest pad, there's 2 mounting points. If you push the armrest pad into the door and up just a little bit, where the back side of the hole for where the screw goes through will catch on it, and then if you slide the bolt in, you can get it started. Took me a few minutes, but I got my bottom chrome one in down there. Might be hard to see right there. The 3 here, the 1 in there, new hardware here, new hardware there, and of course the new hardware up there. So now the door handle's on nice and tight again. Regretfully, the previous owner had, in the 80s, put a stereo system in it, and they had cut a hole in the door panel. I'm going to probably just find a round cover and stick over it. Like I said, this doesn't have a stereo system, so at least it doesn't look like there's a hole there. But other than that, the door panel's in decent shape, and it could be repaired. Just needs this one centerpiece cut out, a new piece of backing board put in, and nobody would ever notice. And that was what I was going to do, is just take it down and have them do the repairs instead of buying new panels. Didn't make any sense. But so this one's done. Onto the driver's side, and even the mirror works, so we're all good. All right, door panel on the driver's side is on and everything's screwed down. I started putting the armrest pad in. The pad needs to be replaced because it's broke and doesn't really stick to the bracket, but it's coming. But it's done. Passenger's door is done. The other thing I did was I put the trim pieces back here in behind here to hold up that centerpiece. So that's done. I still need to take this T-top off and figure out why the cover isn't sticking. I don't know if I'll need to do something to fix that. And the other thing I have done, is I went through the front halo here and put all new screws in up there. And I noticed on this T-top, it's missing one of these for this part, and the other one isn't holding, so it's drooping in the front, so I'm going to have to fix that as well. I ordered a new circuit board for that gauge set, so it will be here tomorrow, which will be nice. So luckily that's only 4 screws. There's one on each side and 2 up here in the top, and I can pull that out. This center console is just sitting here temporarily because I wanted to be able to roll the windows up and down. It's a little hot, and the dash needs to go back in, but I need to tighten those 2 bolts down there first. So once it cools off this afternoon, it's already approaching 100 and something, just after 12:30. So once it cools off a little bit, I will tighten those 2 bolts up. I will get the speedo cluster back in and screwed down, and then when that comes in tomorrow, I'll pull that back out. I'll go ahead and put the new circuit board in, put everything back. Then I will finish the center console, the 2 side panels. I'm gonna have to take the driver's seat back out so I can get all the screws in along the side. That passenger seat is just laying in here temporarily, and then the interior of the car is done. So that only leaves re-bleeding the brakes and adjusting the clutch, and this car is, you know, a driver basically. So yeah, so catch back up with you a little later. Oh, the other thing I need to do is find the screws for the glove box. I put the liner in, but apparently the interior dash or the interior screw set did not come with glove compartment screws, so I'll need to find some screws that will fit in there that look decent. But yeah, other than that, pretty good. A lot less work than I thought it was going to be. Catch up with you this afternoon.